when it comes to healthy eating, I have a little bit of a different perspective on the notion of what really is true self-control. Let me kind of give you an idea here. Let's say you go to a party and there's a buffet of chocolate there. And you're like, oh, great, awesome, fantastic chocolate. And you just eat and eat and eat and eat and lots of chocolate. And even though you're starting to feel sick, you're still eating and you just can't stop and you can't help yourself and you're binging like crazy. That's not self-control, obviously, right? So that's the case of you're eating too much. The analogy I think of is you're getting a race car and you're at the start line and they're like, go! And you hit the gas and no matter what corners or anything come to you, you just keep your foot planted on the floor. Not much control there. Ironically, we sometimes turn to things like diets and so forth that would say something like, don't ever eat that chocolate. That chocolate's bad for you, it's got sugar or whatever, don't eat it. So you go to the party, and there's that buffet of chocolate, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna eat it. And you spend all party there, and you're like, I want that chocolate, but I'm not gonna eat it, and you leave and you haven't eaten. And you're like, good, I used my self-control and I didn't eat chocolate. To me, that's not self-control. That's not even close to it. That's deprivation. That's a totally different thing. When you don't eat, with the automotive analogy, that's like going to the start line and they're like, go, and you're like, I'm not moving. And they're like, go, 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 come on, race, go. And you're like, no. If I go out there, I'm gonna crash into the wall. So the safest thing for me to do is just stand right here and not do anything. How much control is that? That's not control. That's just simple deprivation. That's not self-control because you're not in control. The diet is in control. Here's the middle ground, skillful eating. Come up to the party, there's your buffet, your chocolate, and you're like, okay, let's see now. I don't want to eat too much, but I do want some of that chocolate. So I'll have 2 bites, and I'll see where I am from there. Have a couple bites, you're like, just a little more. You have 1 more bite, and you're like, yeah, I'm good. I think that'll do me. That's self-control, because you're in control, not the diet. So this is the example of you get in the car, they say go, and you're like, gas to the floor, corner coming up, give it just enough brake, shift down 1 gear, you hit the apex just right, you hit the gas at the right amount of time, and you go and you fly around the track in record time. Yes, it takes skill to have self-control. It's not a paint by numbers, just simple black and white system. It does take practice, and yes, you probably will hit the wall from time to time. It comes with the territory, but you can't be afraid to hit the wall, or else you'll never maximize your potential and be able to have your cake and eat it too. Thoughts down below. Till then, be fit, live free.